Hello, welcome once again to Lehto's Law. I'm Steve Lehto. Today we're going to talk about the Dollar General oil lawsuit. I got to thank Chump Johnson and a few other people who sent me notes saying please talk about this. And then also I did take a photograph of my T-shirt collection. It's actually just all the T-shirts. I don't know how many I've got, but I've got quite a few. And people keep asking me, so there you go. But the Dollar General oil lawsuit has been certified as a class for 16 states. Not the whole country, but 16 states. And here's the deal. The plaintiffs in the case allege that Dollar General Auto SAE 10W30, Dollar General Auto SAE 10W40, and Dollar General Auto SAE 30 motor oils are obsolete. There have been a combination of at least 18 lawsuits. This is multi-district litigation, and it alleges that Dollar General places the cheaper obsolete oil next to more expensive oils manufactured by name brand companies. And many people don't know that there's differences between the oils. And most people go, oh, it's 10W40, 10W40, 10W. Aren't these all the same? And it turns out that they've changed some formulations over the years of things that wouldn't be affected by simply the designation of 10W40. So people who don't know this might buy the other stuff not realizing it's not suitable for their car. So according to the plaintiffs, the oil lawsuit was filed because the products can damage vehicles since the oil isn't for use in modern day engines, which might be a problem. By the way, the story I'm reading is from David Wood at carcomplaints.com. I mentioned them. When I Googled the story, I found it everywhere. But I found his version and I liked the way he told it, so that's why we're talking about his version right now. Attorneys for Dollar General argue, however, that they put fine print on the oil bottles that clearly states that Dollar General Auto SAE 10W30 and Dollar General Auto SAE 10W40 are not suitable for use in most gasoline-powered automotive engines built after 1988 and may not provide adequate protection against the buildup of engine sludge. So you go into a Dollar General, you're looking at the oil on the shelf, and you see the stuff from the name brands, and you see the Dollar General stuff, and they're all 10W40 or 10W30 or SAE30. Most people are simply going to look at the price and go, oh, this one's cheaper, and buy it. And the question is, do you read the fine print on the bottle of oil before you buy it or after you buy it? Most people just buy it and dump it in. In addition, Dollar General Auto SAE30 oil containers have small print that says, not suitable for use in most gasoline-powered automotive engines built after 1930. Now, if you're driving a 1929 model car, perfectly suitable. It also says, and use in modern engines may cause unsatisfactory engine performance or equipment harm. So again, this is all fine print on the bottles. According to Dollar General, allegations made in the lawsuit aren't sound because all of the oils come with warranties. And the company allegedly shouldn't be held responsible just because consumers didn't read the warnings. Dollar General also says it knew the motor oil was obsolete, but didn't see a problem because legitimate consumer markets allegedly exist for the oil. In addition, the company says market research shows many customers keep their vehicles for up to 12 years. So it's possible that you could be driving a car built before 1988 or 1930. Take your pick. The plaintiffs responded by arguing that Dollar General had discussed in a 2015 business meeting the possibility of updating their motor oil from API-SF to API-SN, something that finally did occur between October 2015 and February 2016. And so this is what we're talking about, is the SF or SA or SP, and that's one of the designations that's on the bottle of oil. And like I said, most people just know 1040, 1030, whatever it is that they're putting in their car. But I distinctly remember looking at this because I mentioned before I've got a canoe that has a motor on it, and the motor came with instructions on what kind of oil you put in it. It doesn't take a lot of oil, but that means you got to be really careful with the oil you do put in it. And so I remember they're putting in there saying you must use this and not use this. And so I remember being at a store. I don't remember where I bought the oil. It was not a Dollar General though. And I remember being at the store and actually comparing oils and reading up which ones had which designations on them. And I remember at the time going, well, this is confusing. But I mean, I followed the instructions and I got it and I made sure. And whenever I've bought oil or the gear lube for the lower unit, I've always pulled out the owner's manual again to look at it and double check, make sure I'm getting the right stuff. So it's extremely important. The API SN motor oils are recommended for use in car engines manufactured after 1988. The SF and SA motor oils were reduced in price and moved to separate locations in the lawn and garden sections. But according to plaintiffs, the damage was already done because Dollar General had sold millions of quarts of the obsolete oil, adding up to about $156 million worth of oil they sold. The plaintiffs say they suffered legal injuries as a result of the obsolete 10W40, 10W30, and SAE30 Dollar General oil, and wouldn't have purchased it if the labels wouldn't have been deceptive and if the placement of the products wouldn't have been deceptive. The judge ruled the plaintiffs proved their case for a class action that now includes unjust enrichment and consumer protection claims for customers in 16 states. However, Judge Gary Fenner decided the plaintiffs failed in their arguments for a nationwide class action over unjust enrichment claims and did not certify it for the whole nation. The Dollar General oil lawsuit now includes consumers in the following 16 states who purchased Dollar General brand SAE 10W30 or SAE 10W40 for use in vehicles manufactured after 1988, or Dollar General SAE 30 for use in vehicles manufactured after 1930. So here are the states, and I'm not going to get into dates because each state's got a different date apparently, but it pretty much goes back to, I can't see anything after 2014, but it's mainly purchases made after 2010, I'm sorry, 2009 through like 2013, 2014. So California, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Kansas, Kentucky, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, and Wisconsin. So those are the states. I will put a link to this article in the description of the video below so you can just double check this yourself. But the Dollar General oil lawsuit was filed in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Missouri. And it's called In Re, Dollar General Corp. Motor Oil Marketing and Sales Practices Litigation. In Re, of course, is Latin, means regarding or in regard to. And then there's a list of the cases that got consolidated here, which aren't as important for you to know other than just what state you're in and if you bought any of this oil. And again, you know, as these things do, they'll wind their way through the courts over a long period of time, and who knows how it'll pan out. But yeah, so if you bought Dollar General brand oil in the last few years to put in your car that wasn't built before 1988 or 1930, depending on the oil, you might be a member of this class somewhere down the road. So there will be news alerts and, you know, probably websites set up, and, you know, here's how you let them know you're a member of the class, because this is not the kind of thing they could track otherwise. You know, we hear about automotive class actions all the time where people who bought a particular car will get a notice saying you are a member of a class because you own this car, and they get that off of, you know, title records and registration records. They can find out who owns these cars, you know, today. But if you simply walked into the store and bought oil and walked out, you know, it's going to be a little different matter for you to show and prove. But like I said, if you did buy the stuff, you might be a member of the class. So again, I'll put the information below so you can check the article out, see what state you're in, and if it goes along with this. And then somewhere down the road, if we do get news of anything happening in this case, I will do an update on this video. That's it. Questions or comments, put them below. Otherwise, talk to you later. Bye-bye.